That's right, I'm here in a very, very smoky West Glacier. Normally behind me, you could see beautiful mountain ridge, but they're socked in by smoke. And this is actually where a lot of visitors are finding out that they can't go up going to the Sun Road from the west side, but they say despite that, they're going to try and make the best trip out of it. One of the biggest parts about this remodel is the new connections between the North Campus and the South Campus, and it's going to have a common area for all students. Today was a historic day for Showdown, Montana, as they changed the name of one of their runs to the George to honor one of their own. Water from the main fish tank comes down a pipe by gravity and into these growing beds. Now, the only thing that's actually holding the plants up is just gravel. All the nutrients comes from the waste of the fish in the water, and all of the plants here are very lush and have lots of very good vegetables on them. I can't even guess how long it would take to take a rag by hand and clean each one of these handles on the kettlebells. But with this new technology, all you have to do is spray it, and it's done. You might be surprised if I told you all of this green that surrounds me is actually what's left over of a burn from just 3 weeks ago. If this improvement plan is realized, this very spot that I'm standing actually could become the Montana Expo Park Arena. And that's not the only changes that are going to happen. Showdown has been offering skiing in central Montana for decades, and the skiing community says that if it wasn't for two people who work on this mountain, they wouldn't be where they're at today. George Willett and Avery Gold are not only co-workers, but they are family, and their passion for ski areas is recognized by many, not only in Montana, but across the country as well.
He won the NSAA Lifetime Achievement Award. Now he's won this Pioneer Award, and it really has to do with being a leader in the industry and being ahead of the curve in terms of solving problems.
Problems like how to get more youth skiing by involving school PE programs and making skiing a more affordable sport for anyone willing to give it a try.
I've had a lot of fun. It's for me a dream job. I just have loved it.
The awards don't stop with George. His granddaughter Avery Gold, who is the marketing director here at Showdown, has her fair share as well.
So Avery was recognized as one of 10 under 30 in the ski industry nationwide, and she received that award for several reasons. She's very active and involved in various boards in the ski industry. Her just confident Avery way has a way of being heard and representing her generation.
Want me to help you with those skis?
Yeah.
Here, watch this.
And after learning about Avery's typical day, it's easy to understand why.
Every morning I wake up, I get the snow reports done at about 6 a.m. It's kind of a long process. I talk to some different DJs, I send reports different places. I try to keep our social media updated, let people know what's going on. Hey, could I get some pictures of you guys for our social media?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. You want to stand right here? All right, 1, 2, 3.
However, her job doesn't end there. She's a jack of all trades, and when things get busy, she does it all.
You guys having fun out there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
A family of Montana treasures who don't think they're anything special, but the rest of the ski world begs to differ.
I just come to work every day and do my thing. I don't know. It's cool. It's nice, nice honor, but I'm here at Showdown in our little corner of the world, just trying to market a ski area in the middle of Montana.
Reporting at Showdown, Montana, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana Right Now. Lawmakers learned there is no clear-cut answer to dealing with missing and murdered Indigenous women, and they say they have a long road ahead of them and law enforcement as well. In a matter of about 3 hours, the Senate Committee for Indian Affairs walked away understanding 3 problems.
Poor coordination, limited data, and insufficient resources are slowing progress in all aspects of improving tribal public safety.
According to the committee, these problems all stem from a lack of communication between the FBI, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and the Office of Investigation and Forensic Sciences. They say problems start the second the report is made, stating it's impossible to tell if someone is missing because they're lost in the woods versus being kidnapped.
When someone reports someone missing,
regardless of what the circumstances are, until we determine there's a crime. Sometimes there's a little lag in there. We have to be immediate in the response.
Even immediacy wouldn't fix all problems. Committee members pointed out from an FBI standpoint, the workload is extremely overbearing for agents near native lands.
Your FBI agents are working over 100 hours a week.
I wouldn't doubt it.
24/7.
Yes.
Do you think that's fair to the agents? Do you think it's fair to the cases that go unattended because they're overworked?
Ma'am, almost all of our agents are overworked right now.
But for the families who are dealing with these losses and are without closure, like the Loring Heavy Runner family, they just ask for change.
I would ask for you to please look into the law enforcement, look into the BIA and all the other law enforcement that do deal with missing and murdered Indigenous women, because they are doing something wrong.
Next step from here is more meetings, and the committee says they plan to bring in tribal law enforcement as well to hopefully get a better idea of what they're dealing with and how to better deal with missing and murdered Indigenous women.
On any given day, upwards of 50 flights can come in and out of Great Falls International Airport. Even when there is inclement weather, the planes still need to keep flying. So the airport has a lot of work to keep the runway clean.
We work around the clock, continuously plowing the snow to keep the surfaces clean for the aircraft.
The snow sweepers and plows are constantly moving, even if a plane is landing or taking off.
The drivers will spend 12 hours in that cab of this runway sweeper and drive upwards of 200 miles in a single shift to make sure that your flight continues on time.
We do most of our snow removal with the brooms on the runway and taxiways just to keep the surfaces as clean as possible.
With 7 machines running at any time and planes to watch out for, the tower coordinates the efforts and uses radio to tell drivers when and where to get off the runway.
2333, hold short of taxiway 5.
There can be just minutes between planes, so drivers have to act quickly to ensure the plane lands or takes off on a clear runway.
Everything we do, we get permission from the tower to be on the different surfaces, the runways, taxiways, and whatnot.
As the snow keeps falling, the crews will continue to work round the clock to keep your flights from being delayed. Reporting in Great Falls, I'm Ricky Blackburn, Montana Right Now.